Hi there, today we're going to have a look at how to expand double brackets. This is where we've got two brackets that are multiplying together. So let's just jump in and have a look at an example, shall we? So you might have the question, expand the brackets of x plus 3 and x plus 2. Now we need to expand these so that the brackets have disappeared and we've just got one long expression. So as I said before, these brackets are essentially multiplying together. Okay. Now there's two methods that we can go about doing this. The first that I'll show you is the easier method that I would advise maybe that you start off with, which is called the grid method. And the second method is something where you get a little bit more confident at doing these, and that's called the FOIL method. So the grid method is quite similar to the multiplication grid method that you've probably really learnt back in in junior school. So we'll start off by sketching out a grid, and then we'll simply fill in our terms. So we'll fill in our x value here into this one here, and then we'll fill in our value here, including the sign in front, into this section here. Just the same, we'll put this value here into this section here, and we'll put this term here, including the sign in front, into this bit here. And now we are multiplying, and we're just going to go across, just as you do your multiplication grid, and just go along and multiply each term together. So x multiplied by x gives us x squared, x times by 2 gives us plus 2x, x times by 3 gives me plus 3x, and then 3 times by 2 gives me plus 6. So we go ahead now and we write this out in the long form. So we start off here, we work across to here, down to here, and then across is in like a Z shape. So we'll start off with the x squared term. So we've got x squared plus 2x plus 3x, and then plus the 6. Now the key thing to remember about the grid method is that these two terms here will always simplify if written out in the form above. So in this case, my plus 2x plus 3x will combine together to give me the final answer of x squared plus 5x, as plus 2x plus 3x gives me 5x, and then plus 6. So let's use the same example, but let's have a go this time at the FOIL method, shall we? So x plus 3 and x plus 2. Now FOIL essentially is an acronym. Each letter stands for a word. Now the first F stands for first, the O stands for outer, the I stands for inner, and the L stands for last. And this is essentially just a way to remember which terms we multiply together. So in this case, we're going to take the first term here and multiply it by the first term inside this bracket here. So x times by x gives me x squared. Now the next part says we've done the first, so the next part now says the outer. So we're going to take the outside one here, which is x, and times it by the outside term over here, which is 2. So x times by 2 gives me plus 2x. Okay. So let's just get rid of these lines so it doesn't get confusing. So we've done the outer, we're now on to the inners. So the inners are this 3 here, the inside one, multiplied by the inside one here. So x times by 3 gives me plus 3x. Okay, so that's that one done. And then finally we're going to times the last term. So that's the 3 and the 2. The two terms are the last within inside the brackets. 3 multiplied by 2 gives me plus 6. So now finally, these two central terms, or the two in the middle, will normally simplify. So in this case, x squared plus 2x plus 3x gives me my plus 5x again. And then we have our plus 6 on the end. So we've got the same answer as we did before. So it really doesn't matter which method you use, it's just whichever one you're more confident with. As the grid method is a good one to start with, and then as you get more confident with practicing these and doing these, the FOIL method is probably a bit of a quicker method to do.